I don't think people realize just how much the original Twitter character limit increase completely changed the linguistic culture of the platform. Like, before they went from 140 to 280 characters, there were obviously way more people trying to cram their ideas into that length constraint. That meant they had to use more abbreviations and informal language, which created a disproportionately short and snappy culture that helped popularize a lot of functional acronyms like ICYMI or DM for direct message. The tweets also just had to be grammatically concise, meaning that users would include fewer articles, conjunctions, and prepositions. But immediately after the character limit change, we see direct evidence that there was a syntactic increase in the frequency of those parts of speech. In other words, the tweets got more formal. There was simply no longer a need to be creatively compact, which reframed Twitter's entire vibe from witty brevity to having more serious conversations. And we can actually see that when we compare topics of discourse from before and after the shift. Previously, the discussions that would most often run into the character limit were the more serious ones like work, money, and death, indicating that people were struggling to talk about that. Once that limit was removed, however, people felt freer to have more conversations about those things in more detail with more grammatically correct language. For more on how digital culture affects language on social media, make sure to pre-order my book Algospeak, which is the best possible way of supporting me.